Sunday love reading. Welcome everybody to my Sunday love reading. I'm Shadow Sister Silva, and I let your shadow meet your light so you can be whole again. And today's theme is staying magical. I have started to do the horoscope readings with this theme, and I bring this theme a little bit here now in Sunday love reading. And we have here 3 piles. I'm gonna introduce them very soon. Today we're gonna use a spread that I created for my monthly November reading for star signs. I already have done readings from Aries until Cancer, and I continue doing this 1-hour readings, but this is now for all star signs, and this is focusing actually on energy healing in the sense that we have today a little bit wisdom of this chakra wisdom, same as in your like a horoscope reading. I'm telling you a little bit wisdom of what is this particular chakra healing message when you have selected one pile of these. You could always pick, still I have like a playlist existing that you can look this kind of readings based on the chakras. Like if you're interested of certain chakra, you could always pick timeless readings. There are a lot of pick-up readings that you could go into looking that kind of healing that you can get when you focus on that certain chakra, because often it is like more like in the tarot. Sometimes like one major arcana card is like a life path card is more important than the other. Same with chakras. Sometimes we need to focus on healing one of these to move forward. But I'm using today Sacred Space for Gratitude, and we're talking about coming November. So I was thinking we take this generally for all these pick-a-pile readings. Every star sign have their also predictions for November, but I'm gonna bring it here. This spread has shadow and light and some blessings and gratitude message. Anyway, here this reading we have a lot of love focus. So let's see the first cards. Let's start. So pile number 1, you can use your intuition picking these piles, and pile number 1 is this donkey getting a little bit like a, how to say, shocked by some sudden things. But this is pile number 1's card, number 30. Also, if you take this pile, you get the Fantasy Creature Tarot. I've been using this a long time in my reading. As well, Sacral Chakra. Then we have this kind of hopeful message in the end from the Spirit advice, wisdom. Something can be really healing, and that might be something to do with wisdom. Other cards also here. Then pile number 2, the card will be this 25, very confrontational. Something is going on here. Yeah, relationship can be challenging at times. Anyway, if you're interested in this. Not just watching. Yes, in the end of this reading, I will pick any question from the audience. Now it's not about the star signs. Like in my star sign readings, I'm always saying you have to be the star sign. Now anyone can make the question, but is in the end of the reading. I would like to do it in the end, so I do all these three readings, and then in the end I pick, and I will tag the like a question. So if you would not be anymore online when this comes, you would still know. Pile number 2, Purification is this kind of hopeful message. Pile number 3, we have this, and yes, I forgot to say this is the Tarot of all positions. Then we have, and we use this decks to use this 4-card spread, my spread about Sacred Space for Gratitude. So we use this decks for that live. Pile number 3, you choose this. If you choose this, is number 9. This kind of witchy person. Then you get the highest energy. You get the shadow, books of shadow tarot as a bow deck, and there can be a lot of planet guys, everything really like high energies. And then crown chakra, that's why you get this deck, because you have a crown chakra here, amethyst. Your hopeful message is something about blessings, so it's kind of aligned with this kind of gratitude spread that we're gonna make in the kind of spirit of Thanksgiving already. We are taking that early on to start counting our blessings, but this is especially this pile is about blessings somehow. Brandon, we say hello, welcome. If you are new, I'm Shadow Sister, and we are busy starting the pile readings. Now you should use your intuition and tune into these images and crystals and what calls for you, that is for you. Later I will add timestamps so you can go directly to a reading, but now of course I do them in order. In the reading itself, indeed, I will also always pull current feelings of your person, so I'm kind of psychically getting in tuned. Maybe the audience can influence by being here. As well, I will pull a crystal, a rune. And here is a Van Gogh I self-made emotional landscapes, light message, and what else? Yes, the thing about the questions, anybody can make a question. It has to be good question in the sense that I pick one and I will read the questions. Maybe I like to actually look these messages sometime. If you want to co-create with me, if you have some ideas while I read, that's also nice. I can take in the reading what you say. That's also fun. But before we go any further, we do the Divine Comedy part. So every time we do this particular Sunday reading, it's about also following this book, Divine Comedy, and we are now in Purgatorio, in our way to paradise. And we are in the chapter 22, and now there is a summary of that, and this is my own sketch. Welcome to this sacred space, stay magical. That is also the theme. Let's read now a little story time. Purgatorio, Canto 22. Welcome. In Purgatorio, we find same categories but in inverted order than in hell. Instead of descending with the gravitation pull of sin from less bad to more bad, we are ascending away from the weight of the sin toward lightness and freedom from vice. Dante ascends from the fifth terrace of the avariciousness, and the corresponding scar is wiped away from his forehead. As usual, the angel pronounced a blessing. Blessed as they who thirst for justice. Blessed are they who thirst for justice. Virgil asked out of respect his fellow poet Statius, that we got to know in Canto 21, how he could have been caught in the sin of avarice, the greed. Statius explains that he was a spendthrift, not a miser, but both sins are punished in the same fashion in Purgatory, and he sinned to be prodigal. So even the person who will spends excessively, that's also like holding would be that you have to do everything in moderation. It's a lesson of this chapter. Like it's not good to spend too few or not too much. That's like the poet was like somehow spending money to something too much. Maybe we all sometimes we have something like this that we just spend, but that's like a sin that you have to purge. Now, let's start. I think I will put all these things away. We start with pile number 1. If somebody's new here, I'm really grateful if you subscribe or comment also, helps. I have done this 2 years now, since January 2022, and I'm pretty new here, but I think I'm getting somewhere. Anyway, let's start. Pile number 1. The last advice from Spirit will be about wisdom, and we read about this sacred destiny in the end. What is this wisdom about here? Let's put it here. You have also this, if we start from this. If we think about this sin now, avarice, greed, and prodigal, like somebody spending everything, then going empty-handed home, here we have somebody freaking out to see this extremely like a cornucopia, in the sense like there's like a kind of Halloween pot with all the goodies. Maybe somebody did trick and treat. Everything is coming out, all the tricks and treats are coming out. Now, to face this week, but somehow, okay, donkey is kind of stubborn person, but there the rider was going on, and now there is some kind of like a bump on the road that is going on here. But maybe indeed is something is going to waste because all these goodies are kind of on the floor. Maybe somebody is having a hard time to handle this kind of richness or like being successful. It can be really indeed sometimes as a human condition is that like we are sometimes more okay with the misfortune than having the blessings, and if you have all these kind of blessings, we might be kind of shocked, like you get a lot of winning and you are like, oh my god, what I'm gonna do with all this thing, what I'm gonna do with all this trick and treat, I get sick if I eat all this. There's something about this like a getting like extremely abundant and then freaking out. I don't know, like there's something about that. Okay, sacral chakra. Okay, let's continue with this because I promised you a chakra healing lesson now, like in my horoscope reading. So sacral chakra is about archetypes, emperor and empress, how enjoying pleasure is a good thing here. Okay, there's something not able to enjoy the pleasure or something goes to waste. Downside of this being this king and queen in your kingdom is that you will lose the power if you are like people pleasing everybody else and becoming like a martyr. So somehow like this downside is happening here. The kingdom is going to ruin because all the donkey is just kicking around all the party. Before we look any further, I'm gonna read about this sacral chakra healing. Let's start healing this thing. Shadow Sister healing, I'm gonna give some healing advice. Aushi Agarva say, okay, this language, I don't speak Hindi. If this is Hindi, English please. Okay, I'm from Finland and I speak 7 languages, but I don't speak Hindi. So sacral chakra, overall impression is emotional. Okay, maybe this is what is happening here. When you are emotional, you might be kind of like get in some state that you are not controlling yourself completely. We are talking about love reading here, so maybe high emotions now. And this chakra is about emotion. So our emotions are how we relate to, and how we relate to them is related to this chakra. And in this second chakra, you can learn emotional discipline if you choose. You need to master the skill of steering your emotions as you would a ship on the high seas. This is very important in manifesting. And these cards would be connected. This is from this booklet is from this. If this would be an orange card, we soon see which it is. They reveal your emotional experience in a particular situation. If you're struggling with your feelings, look back to the red chakra, the root chakra, for the answer. Why? Because you source your emotional experience from a particular foundation or belief created in your root chakra. This helps you to understand where your emotions are coming from. Next, observe your feelings rather than act on them, and your angels can speak directly to you through the emotions revealed in these cards, or like this chakra. However, you must stand fearlessly and observe your emotions. If you can do this, you have begun the journey into manifestation. You can walk the path you have previously only wished for. Master emotional discipline and you master how to manifest anything. Very hopeful message. Here we have indeed, there is a huge manifestation and then it ruins by the high emotions. Somebody cannot control themselves in a moment when they should just like take it easy, like, okay, it's natural for me to have this abundance. It's natural for me to kind of like be lucky. And no, it's like, oh my God, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kick everything in the ruins. I'm gonna spend it all. I'm gonna give it away. I don't know. There's some kind of this kind of emotion that kicks in here, in this picture at least. This is your pile number 1, emotional situation now. Somehow to learn to handle your emotions. So let's see, for this is now your chakra card. You got actually a throat chakra. We're gonna read about that in the pile number 2. Wisdom about that. You got actually a vanity. So interestingly, we had already here a kind of like a party setting. Here they have also bottles in their hand. Vanity. Something about the vanity. Then we have my card. This is, I have designed this invisible tarot cards, and you got exactly this card from here. Moon card, welcome, this is sacred space, stay magical. So moon is often that something is hidden. In my reading, I have a spread exactly that you can see what is kind of subconscious hidden thing, shadow in your life, and that will be represented by the moon card, like in the sense, like I say, it's a moon. We are looking at the moon and the sun, and you got moon here. So maybe for you, it is kind of like this kind of hard things are like kept away. If you have any vanity, if you have these high emotions, they are kind of like kept hidden, even that you are not kind of completely aware what you are doing or something. Okay, and then we got the sun. Okay, interestingly, just saying that this is the kind of like a way to see what you're conscious about and what you're unconscious, and now the both are on the table. So I think this reading is, even if they're landing like this, actually they were landing like this, it's always important to see how the cards are coming. This is now coming to a light, because it's the first card of your reading even, that you should understand to control your emotions a little bit, that they can be harmful otherwise if you are too extreme, intense. Interestingly, like it's even like such a similar thing. Somebody riding a little baby riding a horse, and girl running like a witch riding a donkey. Same thing, kind of. This is the happiest card of tarot, while here there's huge abundance, but freaking out. Interesting. This is really like a kind of shadow coming to a light. How you handle when you actually win in life. How you handle when you're king and queen and you should keep the kingdom safe. You should be a good king and a queen. How you handle that. You don't lose the crown. You don't lose the power. Power struggle is real in our world. Everybody wanna like a kind of like, when somebody has power, it's like somebody wanna knock the person off. It's a natural thing. But here we are kind of, they are like self-doing it, like self-sabotaging a good situation. While here the hidden part, this is like a vanity. Like how much vanity you have in your life. Now it's time to look at this shadow of yours. Is this something to look at? Vanity. Okay, this we will read later. Also, we have also this wisdom card. Let's see now. This will be also your advice. Put this aside. Now I think next thing is that rune. Starts by number 1. Here is like Aushi Garva say Hindi me. Hello. Shandu say hi. Is this collective reading? This is a pick-a-pile reading, and we are going now to pile number 1. So later I will add timestamps. This is my weekly Sunday reading. I always make this pick-a-pile reading, and I already read this Divine Comedy chapter 22. We go always this book, and then we go this love reading. So pile number 1 seem to have some kind of dealing with abundance, being actually lucky but ruining it and self-sabotaging it possibly, with vanity playing around role there. Anyway, now let's see what rune wanna come to you. Good luck. Okay, so this is indeed showing a good luck, happiest card in tarot, and this kind of abundance, only that you're freaking out about being lucky. Then we have, let's see, next thing before we go to spread. Current feelings of a person, we go immediately here. So pile number 1. Now I'm tuning into people around here. Brandon, Chandru. Let's have current feelings of a person. If you're looking this reading currently. And okay. Let's see. I'm also, like, if anybody's interested in other readings, this is this kind of weekly Sunday love reading. I do always 6 o'clock Belgium time. But I'm currently making also big horoscope readings. So there are those 1 hour readings for each star sign. So go to look if you are wanting to see this. Yeah, this back is so cute. It's like, hello, I love you. This is so cute, yeah. Let's see, current feelings of a person. Sacral chakra, I feel happy with myself. I love who I am. Life is sweet and I enjoy it. Okay, it's very aligned with your chakra you've got. Life is sweet and I enjoy it. This enjoying it is really this pleasure thing that many have hard time to enjoy life. Like even this is the sacral crystal of creativity and sexuality. And how many people cannot enjoy their own sexuality and creativity? It is a problem. So then they get off the like they cannot ride well, like they are not going well with a like a pleasure life, and that's an issue. Here we have, I feel happy with myself. I love who I am. Life is sweet and I enjoy it. It's good mentality. Your person see it. Important. The Hunter. The Hunter by Danzig. Call me the Hunter, that's my name. Pretty young thing like you is my only game. Don't use no love gun, don't need no kissing. When I get a hold of you, honey, gonna light you up like Christmas. Ain't no use to run, babe. Ain't no use to hide, cause I've you in the sides of my burning. Okay. Oh my god, this is like, I start coughing when I read this kind of text. Somebody has hots for you. Somebody's hunting. There is this kind of rider here, but interesting. So you're like a catch. Then, what is this? Popular culture is a place where pity is called compassion, flutter is called love, propaganda is called knowledge, tension is called peace, gossip is called news, and autotune is called singing. The bird of magic. It's interesting because this is here, like a person, see this for you. Soul knows, maybe I show this while I read this. Soul knows, psyche process, mind is aware, imagination creates, intuition chooses, and body brings all the light to be seen. Meri Mort. This is like a Finnish author. So interesting. This kind of magic things here. Nemo, Finding Nemo. This Finding Nemo teaches the classic Pixar Disney lesson about the importance of family, acceptance, kindness, and love as well. What is it? Exciting tale of adventure, overcoming adversity, and teamwork. Wow, this could be some kind of journey with your couple relationship. Like your person see that you are on a journey, like this kind of Finding Nemo. Like there is some bumps in the road sometime, but it's a whole big, like, epic journey you are on. So yeah, then we have some interesting, like a northern light. What is here? Habit expert James Clear says this: you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. First set timer 5 minutes to clean. Okay, this is very like, here is a mess. So it is almost like, okay, time to clean up. Like you made some kind of mess. There's like a messy system in place here. Like you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your system. So something was bad with riding this donkey. Like the system was like not supporting. Like whatever you would be doing, even the system fails. So you have to like a try to understand. Like here we have the happiest card of tarot. Nobody is getting like this is a kind of same situation, but is riding a white horse. Here donkey and catastrophe, and here like sunflowers and happy joy. Nothing is like wrong. There's some good system going on here, while here does somebody has a crisis of becoming a 30-year-old? I don't know, like there is like this, this is 19, this is 30. I don't know, maybe life is harder when you get older. Like when you're young still at 19, it's like whole life is ahead of you. Here you start to have a little bit more responsibilities, more harder, like a way to go. It's like a new, like a same kind of thing. This is very happy too. I think it's like a mindset. You have to be confident riding this. And here, of course, the child is always like child in us. We were like happy when we were born. Like babies are never like they're saying like something about their exes or whatever, like complaining about life. Babies don't do that, but adults do that. So what happens that we are like getting into stories that are not serving for us? Why we even think about that? This baby doesn't think anything, it's just riding happily. While here, this person thinks too much maybe. Think less, enjoy more. Something like this. Stay magical. Okay, so now this was the current feelings. Let's go to this gratitude spread. Not yet. Let's have this, what I promise. I will put this emotional landscape. We see where we operate. We have now little clearance what is going on here. There's some heart world where the system fails you. Let's see. Number one is emotional landscape. What you operate. Beautiful. Obsessed. Maybe that's the intense feeling that is ruining everything. Attractive, true colors. Is also maybe the fact is like, yeah, you can always think things can be perfect, like a happy day is everything is just perfect, but this is also real life, like things happen, accidents happen, like that's like a real life. So true colors, that's also like a good thing to know the true colors. Somebody kind of like get upset, that's normal life. It's not like the day has to be completely over. Finding inner peace, but maybe there is something about that. Finding inner peace. Let's see who say here. Chandru say, yes, we are now in separation and she has blocked me everywhere. However, this moment made me have my spiritual awakening. Yeah, being alone. Often you do get that kind of like a growth moment or even spiritual awakening when you're alone. That doesn't happen in a couple because kind of you are like busy with everything else than yourself. So being alone sometimes serves really the purpose. But now this pile is lucky. Let's continue. Now we go to this. We have still those cards to read. Next one is this spread that I did for all the star signs. We are gonna go to the sacred space for gratitude. That is my spread. I have posted it also in the public community post if you want to look it in visual and you want to try it at home. First one is, and these are special cards. This is really like a big stories, so I might have to read from this book because these are really like a big such old, it's getting very bad. So light, just focusing now on the light. The blessings you have now. This whole spread was made for November, but let's say like immediately let's look at this, what blessings you have. By number one, then advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. I see a lot of happiness here, so what is the spirit's point of view here? And then the best way to celebrate November. When the November comes, what will be the best way to celebrate? And then, because we're talking about kind of Thanksgiving spirit here, the spirit of like a family getting go together parties, but it is here now, like what could that be for you? Then situation or actions to avoid. Now we look the shadow. So in my reading, I always bring shadows on my table, and now even we have this situational actions to avoid. You got even 2. So let's see, interesting. Wow. How beautiful is this? It's like here we have the moon card already. And here we have the unicorn. Wow. This is my moon card, but this is a beautiful moon card. This is the blessings you have. Magical moon card. Wow. You have some beautiful psychic skills possible. Of course, the truth is everybody are psychic. It's just a skill to master. But you have some huge intuitive skill that maybe make you like this kind of rare unicorn kind of person. Wow, the moon was already here and beautiful. You are like this kind of beautiful unicorn. Wow, and that's your blessing. Wow, I'm gonna read that now. What is this? We have really like a polar opposites on the table. Sun, moon, moon. Very also yin energy, of course. Stay magical is even here. So wow, this reading start well. Stay magical. You are like a unicorn. Wow, beautiful. So this is beautiful. I'm just like, I should just start reading. Like I just keep sometimes looking this like, what are the odds I get such a beautiful cards? But somebody here needs to hear this. Somebody is like that here now. So this is for you to see yourself. That's your blessings you have. The fabulous unicorn is often depicted with the head and body of a horse and whiskers of a goat, the tail of a lion and white spiral horn in the center of its forehead. Tradition says their horns provided an antidote for poisons and could restore good health to anyone who drank from one. However, the swiftness of this solitary creature made it impossible to catch. The moon card reflects the waxing and waning of cycles in life and initiations into the inner spiritual mysteries. The owl, an emblem of wisdom, can see through the concealing shadows to the truth. You must look beyond illusions and see the truth. You are entering a perceptive cycle that allows you to tune into the spiritual vibrations. This is a good time to see behind people's masks, open psychic channels, and make needed changes. And you could even use this in the spell work to reveal the truth or access and develop psychic powers. Wow, I'm really a person who like always like encourage people to be psychic. Everybody can be psychic, and you have completely this kind of things around here. While I know that you got the wisdom as your advice, even from spirit. So it's very aligned. Something about maybe work on with the vanity. This could be like a problem here. But let's go move forward with this gratitude spread. So being grateful that you have really this possible to be psychic and see behind the veil. We have here advice from the spirit, exactly what you can be grateful for. Wow. What a major arcana cards immediately like, oh my god, devil. This is a particular devil that is the Fenrir the wolf, who is like having like it's chained because like a troublemaker. This is a beautiful story. Often when I do reading, this Fenrir the wolf will pop up. It's kind of example of this really like a devilish attractive relationship you might have even with a narcissist, like somebody who really kind of took your attention completely. Like this is often, but why this is now can be grateful for. Devil is also in tarot the Capricorn card that is really working on a passion project and really having fire in everything. Of course, this wolf is a beautiful like animal in when it's not bad wolf. And be also this white wolf. This is actually like a white fox, I guess, was kind of the idea here is this white wolf. So here we have the wolf. But that is, you should be grateful for this. Maybe you have learned some lesson from some devil. I can say, like, I have some exes. I really learn good lessons to understand what I don't like. Sometimes it's good to know the enemy. It's good to know the things that are not good for you. It can also be a huge, like, a passion, because this is a sexuality, of course, correlated chakra. So it could be even that kind of like a wolf in you. That is obsessed here also. That's kind of like a very devil qualities. Others, if you're very obsessed about something, it's not so healthy. But that is from the spirit now that you should be grateful for. So let's read about this change. And devil, number 15. Fenrir the wolf. So somebody saying, I'm seeing that and doing it after my awakening. It's for me. You can see. Yeah, this reading could be for you, really. This is like this kind of light and the dark elements. Of course, the unicorn is also in the dark, kind of like they're both like operating in dark, but this is the healer and this is the cause of all pain. But now Spirit wants to show you this Fenrir the wolf chains. According to Norse mythology, Fenrir's wolf was one of the monster children of the trickster god Loki. Fenrir grew to be so dangerous he had to be restrained in magical chains. Yet the great wolf easily escaped. The gods took Fenrir to an island of Lenvi in the middle of a lake where he was fastened to a great rock. Legend says Fenrir wolf will stay there until the end of the world. This card evokes the harsh, bleak feeling when there seems to be no way out of a bad situation. However, Fenrir holds the key in a form of a sword to release in his mouth. Applied at the right place, the sharp edge of the weapon can shatter the chains. If you examine all options, there is always a way to escape your captivity. A backlash from negative acts could be near. Learn to control negative impulses. This card always warns against obsession and illusion. And here we had this obsession already on the table. So Spirit really want to understand, like, being obsessing about something is not healthy. So it is like, pay attention if this happens. Like, notice it. Being aware is always like against the devil. Devil is like unconscious. When you're conscious, you become a victim of it. If you're conscious about it, then you can be top of it. And even currently we have this Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, very dark energies in the astrological sense. And until 19th of November, the Pluto is stationed in Capricorn. And after that, it goes to Aquarius, and it's kind of said to be that we are now having the last dance with the devil. So maybe this is the last final, like a battle that you have to go through. And there is this beautiful light as a blessing. So it's not all dark. Yes. Okay, let's go forward. We have here the best way to celebrate November, according to Spirit, and that's a Tower. Again, major arcana card, big change. We're talking here really about like a important, very important energies. Something is changing, and maybe there is kind of the last devil on your road that you pass before you can really make that change. So, like Chandru said, you can see that my profile picture is recent full moon. Yes, and now we have here. Yeah, I'm connecting to energy, I guess then. Or your spirit, like through me, the spirit is. We have here the moon 2 times on the table. But what best way to celebrate November? November, of course, this is number 16. So maybe the number could be even meaningful here. 16 of November could be meaningful. 19. This is the 19. Until 19, the Capricorn is in Pluto, so it is even the numbers here. Really, something is about that. Maybe it's to tell to you that things are never lasting forever. Like if there's some hard part, like these 2 are here on the bottom, don't take it so bad. There are good lessons to learn, good things to see, and pain is a good teacher as well. Time also teaches big lessons. So let's see the Tower. I have to read. These are all major arcana cards. This is like a really somebody's life path. Maybe it's you, Chandru. Like this is really spiritual awakening. Is really like after the Tower card is the Star card, and but the Sun is a star. So it's almost telling it really about this Pluto going to Aquarius. Like this is happening, 19th, and after this is really like a sequence, 15, 16, 17. Even though this is 19, but it's 19 of November, Pluto goes to Aquarius, and then the better times are ahead. And this is the last struggle you have to go through. Yeah, really, this is for me giving this message. Star card is the Aquarius card, so, and Sun is a star too. So anyway, here, Tower Kraken. Ancient seafarers feared the dreaded Kraken, believed to be so powerful that it could crush a ship with its tentacles. In the early days of sailing, voyagers watched carefully whenever they were becalmed. Unusual boiling water around them signaled the Kraken's rise to the surface. The Kraken represent the dreaded, unexpected misfortune that seemed to come without warning when we become complacent. When tumultuous disaster strikes, we live in a state of chaos and shock as our tower crumbles around us. We need to pay attention to all warning signs and be prepared for change. Devastating events will soon turn your life upside down. Someone who appears one way hides a very different inner personality. Events are out of your control. Really like a warning. This both are a little bit here. Still, they are you should be grateful for, and how to celebrate the November. So I would say like celebrate that this darkness is passing, because Pluto has been, this is totally card of underworld, is the Pluto. Pluto has been in the Capricorn since 2008, and it's been kind of doing this dirty laundry now many years, and now finally there was momentary that Pluto was in Capricorn, like at Aquarius short period, and it's been back to Capricorn, and so there is really this possibility of even that this energy is just here, and we are getting influence about that. And if you see kind of this kind of darkness in your own life, understand that this is even the energies that we are dealing with, and they might like manifest in our life also. So don't take it too personally. Okay, next thing, we are going even darker to shadows. So situation actions to avoid now. What is here? High Priestess, which is completely connected to the moon, and Three of Wands, which is seeing the future. Wow, this is very positive thing. And now it's in the shadow. Maybe it is like you should not live in the future. You should not, like, even I'm like I can do like a predictions for the future. You should be in the present moment, as not to too much try to look what is in the future, because the present is so important. We are living now, like I think in our lifetime, it's the last time ever that this kind of devilish Pluto is in Capricorn. Like take what you can learn from that kind of passionate devil energy. It can be really like while here we have this High Priestess is really like a seeing in the scripture, like a wisdom, and of course you could read about things a lot, but I think it's telling you like just into looking this, because you have to avoid it. You have to live the life, not to be in the books and like just like theorizing about stuff, but you should like be here and now, because it's such a positive card also. Maybe not like trying to understand everything like intellectually. When we have this advice of wisdom, just live your life like this carefree child that I was saying, like not thinking, because this was landing on this, that I said that this, you think too much. And then we have the High Priestess, who could be really like thinking a lot. So I think not the mind can be, yes, this can create that our mind and heart is at war. This can be a war card also. Something like war happens, karma happens. Like there is a risk now in these times that your mind and heart is at war. And if you are now trusting your mind, you might get confused. You might not see clear. Even though you have this blessing of the unicorn here, it's kind of very intuitive thing, then still the high priestess, like a... Okay, let's read this card wisdom, but there's something about that. You cannot over-intellectualize everything, because moon is of course cycles and feeling it too. It's not just in the head. It's like stay magical. That's the magic message even in my card. We had here interesting feeling card, very much about this. Wait, it was here. It is really here. I'm gonna read it again. This is really this kind of person. I use her book in my readings a lot. Mary Mort has done this book, The Power in the Shadows, and I think this wisdom is really here. You should just pay attention. Soul knows, psyche process, mind is aware, imagination creates, intuition chooses, and body brings all to light to be seen. And somehow you're asked to be in your body more than in your like head or something. Feminine powers. This is also, but this is really like a head person. Let's read this. You might get something out of it that I don't. Egyptian Uazit. Known to the ancient Egyptians as Uazit, this cobra goddess appeared on the crowns of pharaohs as the Unaos, the upraised cobra. Uazit appears in a variety of forms: a winged cobra, a crowned cobra, or a woman wearing a vulture headdress and the red crown of northern Egypt. In human form, she holds a papyrus scepter with a long snake twined around it, a goddess of great power and magic. Uazit was closely connected with the god Ra and the goddess Isis. The scrolls and the hieroglyphs present hidden spiritual mysteries and ancient magical practices. A secret will be revealed. Use intuition to understand and solve a problem. This card can represent an important woman in a man's life. Important woman in a man's life. Avoid. Whew. Is this... There's a man here also. Is this some other woman you should avoid? I don't know. Like there is really like... I see there is this shock happening here. There's something, maybe some truth is revealed that shakes the grounds. Even this shakes the grounds, the tower with this innocent child. There is something that will shake you. You should be ready to be shaken and not be afraid, but this is a void that you would be totally shocked. Maybe there's some kind of information coming that shocks you, you know? Okay, I'm a bit too long busy with this, but this was your reading. Maybe I will verify why is this, but let's verify with this hologram deck because I took that for here. What you have to avoid, because this whole spread ends with this shadow, that situation, actions to avoid. Now we want to know exactly what is it. Queen of Pumpkin. It can be the mother type. What is it? Okay, I think I need to know still more. What is it? Maybe with this deck. Woman. What is this woman? What to avoid? Emperor and a Graal. Outpouring. Some kind of relationship with this. There was also the man here and the kind of woman. Oh. Emperor and this woman and outpouring love. Could this be some relationship issue that it's coming to a light? Because this is a very positive thing. It's very hard to see this attractive true colors. Maybe you see true colors of this emperor, and that is shocking to you. There's something about that. Let's have now the light message still to this whole thing. Devil and a tower even here. There's really like some kind of warning. It's tricking you. I'm enjoying the journey. Okay, so that's a light message. It's all a journey. Maybe it's a little period that something comes to a light. There is some matters of heart. It can be indeed very intense. I talk about it in the beginning of the reading. I think I talk about it, that you can be too intense with the emotion. Yeah, with sacral chakra, you have to be like not to get overwhelmed with something. To get a bit distant if something get too like outpouring here. It can be very good too. But yeah, looks like it's a little bit overwhelming you. It's all this kind of very strong emotions in place. so moderation. It was even a ministry. So now we have this advice card. First the vanity and then the wisdom. So let's already start with that, because how much I have battery left here? 62. Okay, I have still 2 readings. So we start first with this vanity. Something with the vanity. It looks really similar to vanity as this old grandpa emperor here also. What is this vanity going on here? Vanity. Aqua people, I need more, better, bigger. Yes, that will make me okay. The legend. Crystal, Peter and Mike are at the party in Mike's posh home, toasting success in their business. A mysterious old man appears and asks them whether they prefer gluttony or generosity. Puzzled, none of them answers. He reminds them that more does not mean better, and they laugh. Suddenly they are alone, far from the party in a rising water. We are getting more, cries Peter. Rain falls and the water rises faster. Play, shouts Crystal. We must do well with what we have. As they begin to have fun in the water, the rain stops. Interesting. This is totally connected to this chakra energy also. Like, enjoy what you have. The pleasure to having something, not like be shocked about it, obsessed about it. We all say we will stop when we have enough, but there's never enough. You may be looking outside yourself for validation. Keywords: faith, awareness, transformation. Okay, it's really this whole card started this reading like having so much but still freaking out. Maybe you should be like stopping, like be content what you have. Indeed, we had even this gratitude spread here, and the spirit was asking you to be even grateful of the lesson you learned from this devil. Like, that's even a kind of gift, that your eyes are now open of this kind of evilness or bad things in life. Like, it's actually a good thing to be aware. Or the change is also a good thing. You should not like fight against it, because change is very natural thing in life. But okay, wisdom, advice also here now. So, file number 1, final advice from the spirit. And if you have not subscribed yet, I ask you to subscribe, because many people I see watch and not subscribe. I'm a new YouTuber, so it helps. Everything helps. Commenting also helps. Depths of the sea. The surface of the sea can be choppy and turbulent, but when we sink down into the depths, our surroundings are completely different. Often there is a stillness below. In other cases, the surface of the sea might be placid, yet down in the liquid blue are a myriad of creatures and a variety of seaweeds. A vast community of creatures is eating, mating, giving birth, and dying. What we see on the sea's surface has very little to do with what is occurring below. Things are not as they seem. Look beneath the surface in your life. Yes, this moon card is all about that usually. For example, you might feel that you aren't making progress on a particular project, yet beneath the surface things are happening. Or you might be going through a stormy cycle. This card is letting you know that even though the surface of your life might be a bit rocky or wobbly, like this is totally, that's kind of like a surface of the life. In a deeper place, all is well and serenity and peace are emerging. Things that may seem challenging will later be revealed to have been beneficial. And that's like this devil in your life can be challenging, but you actually kind of are living this kind of like a hero's journey when you are kind of even having this kind of enemies. Like that's like a hero story. If you have sometimes some struggle, it's part of life. Okay, so this was pile number 1. Okay, Chandru, your reading was spot on. Thank you. Like sometimes I don't like understand how one person can have all these cards, like really even like so good, but then these are like the hard cards. But maybe your life has indeed something to do with that. The audience who is here is indeed, spirits are seeing you, what you are bringing here as a person. Okay, now I'm gonna clean this away. Maybe I do faster. Faster. This was a verified card, so I have to have them ready for the next two. But these are very interesting. I have been creating these feeling cards like whole year, just randomly like a feeling called to some texts, and really like a interesting how they come. I find it magical how things are like a randomly coming. Really, this was a nice card. Okay, this can be gone away. Okay. So file number 2, we start very, very soon. And I was today traveling with my child, so I was really in hurry starting this. Stay magical. We have this theme still. Pile number 2 getting ready. Ever pick that? Sunflower, interestingly connecting to the previous pile that we just had. Sunflower is often the happiest card in tarot. This will be your advice, purification. So let's put it here. And let's start with this pile 2, looking this card. Interesting, 25. Some argument in a, how you call this in English? It's tippukiviluola in Finnish, like this kind of dropping limestone or something. And it looks a little bit like couple argument, confrontation. There is some kind of like a troubles in paradise, troubles in a home, kind of like what happens in the closed door. Sometimes indeed people are having like some arguments that nobody knows. This looks a little bit devilish. this what's going on here, like who wanna like even be there, but there they are. Maybe there's just passion, mini dress and everything. Like few clothes, like this, like interesting couple dynamic. Anyway, this is your start of the love reading. Pile number 2, if you selected this, maybe there is something about this that you find. This is a timeless reading, but maybe this is even sometimes other times working. Now we are having this throat chakra, so don't be a silent child, be like a communicator. This is always blocking this chakra if you're not able to speak. So let's start again talking about this chakra healing, because I want to give some value here, that you would know a little bit more what is this throat chakra about. Because I use this always to land my readings. Even when I do this one psychic question, I started always by pulling randomly a crystal. So this is about communication. Keywords: truth, communication, loyalty, serenity, faith, spirituality, creativity, expression. Yeah, here is not much serenity going on, that's missing, but maybe they are very committed and they go through even hard part. That's also life lessons. You have to sometimes like face these kind of moments too in a couple life. Anyway, here the throat chakra reveal at the core level mothers of communication. This includes creative focus and your ability to be heard and understood. Being able to communicate the truth. Okay, let's show this card because maybe saying the truth can be sometimes very hard. Being able to communicate the truth you feel in your heart will bring forward all the positive attributes of the cards, of these cards, not this, but like, I'm just showing this now to you. When you deny your heart's knowledge, challenges will present themselves. Here you will find a definition of a personal leadership and a redefined beliefs that no longer serve you. Personal responsibility will be brought into play. And this is like how you relate to the world also with throat chakra, how you express yourself. So all matters concerning self-expression will be revealed. These include personal forms of expression such as writing, art, speaking, and presentation skills. The resulting experiences in your life are linked to how you communicate with the world around you. In essence, this means that you will not get what you ask for, but you will get who you are reflected back to you. Interesting showing this card, like you get what you you will get who you are, not what you ask for. This is really like a moment to see like who these people are here. Like it's not very positive for sure. Okay, let's see. You did got one of the blue cards that we were just talking about. Like this whole book has this. So you got the throat chakra as well, and this is about impatience. Maybe something has happened because somebody is impatient, and then they start reacting, because you should never react, you should respond. If you feel triggered, because we all do in some moments, okay, maybe I tell today what happened. I got triggered. Like it was like Smurf expo. I brought my child for birthday fun with some friends, and the kids were using this kind of stamps that you make a hole in the paper to mark that you saw that spot, and the stamper didn't work, and they asked my help, and I went to help to do it for them. And suddenly one woman attacks me who speaks French, saying like I should not pass the line. Like she just saw that I passed the line. She didn't know what I was doing, that I was helping these kids, my kids and the two others. And she was like starting to argue me how I'm a horrible person because I passed the line. And then I was like first like getting in this French words, like what? Like I was just helping here, like I'm not doing this for myself. And then eventually she continued insulting me, and then I was like, oh my god, like this person is not really understanding what I was even doing there. So I got triggered, and I spoke back to her first French, and then I even changed it to Italian to say a little bit more harder, like I'm not wanting to talk to her anymore. So then she went away, but I had to use even my Italian, because sometimes when I get triggered, really, if I don't get rid of people, I just use Italian. Like that's the final. Like it has happened in my life. Like somebody tried to rob me, and then I was just shouting them Italian, and that helped. So kind of sometimes better would be to stop. But if somebody is just coming on your face, they don't stop, you have to get it stopped somehow. And of course we didn't like have any physical thing, but the words can be really sometimes like you have done nothing wrong, at least in my own behavior, I was just helping the kids who had queued to that spot, and then you get like attacked. It's like unfair. So anyway, situation can happen in misunderstanding for sure, and communicating helps always. Communicate more if you feel like you are misunderstood. Definitely being silent is not answer, or being impatient is something we will look in here. Could be playing in your couple dynamic. Somebody is impatient and causing issues. Okay, let's see then. Okay, so this is one of my cards. These all cards are like, some are drawn, some not. So I'm promising I will draw them later, but now I didn't. I didn't have time. This is Knight of Sword. So that's also about communication and being ambitious. So something about that here. And again, staying clearly your boundaries, having courage to stand your ground and express what is your truth. Exactly, I told you an example how I was today, like just like defending, like I was just helping the kids. The stamper was like broken, like it didn't work well, so they needed my help. But yeah, somebody who's seeing it as like crossing the line, like crossing the actual line, like how you say, like going forward in the line, passing some other people, they are like getting triggered. But here is this story. Always communicate like clearly where you stand for. If you're right about something, I think like it's worth to defend that. Like so many people maybe wanna like just like attack or something. I'm not usually doing that, but like if somebody attacks me, of course I defend. For sure. This kind of person. Start to shout them Italian in the end if they don't stop after some trying to speak French and kind, but no. Pasta. Okay, let's see. What we can do next? We do next a room. So pile number 2. This is now creation. Okay. Creative. This is about creative expression. It can be anything. So it helps heal this chakra. Really, creative expression is how you heal this throat chakra. That you express more. You sing, you dance, you paint, you do anything that is creative, and that opens this kind of chakra. You can be very sensitive. Somebody indeed is offending you. You can really get hurt fast with some bad words and like shut up, like a shut, get shut down, let's say. Like isolate and all this kind of stuff can happen. Here we had also this ambitious card. You can imagine what card this could be. Maybe we soon verify, we see. Emotional landscape. Before we take these current feelings of a person, let's have emotional landscape. Somebody in your life, what's happening in the relationship? Wild. Okay, this looks a bit wild. Energetic. Devoted. Writing a book. Okay, somebody could even write a book about these experiences when you have to like stand your ground and have courage to be yourself. It's a really good like hero stories here. Intelligent and sophisticated next to the writing a book, so interesting. And creation was here also. This really looks similar kind of thing, like is this like a narcissistic abuse? What's going on here? Like there's like some kind of like a heavy confrontation, like a not like similar, gonna stick here. What's going on here? And this would be like a this kind of like a riding horse with a sword, like really ready to like a fight, kind of also with the words. Impatience. Do we look now? Yes, we look. Current feelings of your person. Pile number 2. Whoever is here. Ta-da! Welcome. Whoever is watching my reading. Now we are going to a nice part. We connect to the current feelings of your person. Whoever is watching might be having this. the person, they thinks about you and they feel something. Who are here? Menaka, Shantru, I don't know who you are still here. Current feelings of your person. Okay. Let's see. True Love by allstarsigns. This is a song. In your imagination there is a place without me. While I'm glad you can keep it there, it threatens my being. Maybe there is some kind of arguments related to this, like, I don't want to be with you anymore, you are like too hard on me, yes, better be alone, Swan. Like there was some kind of like a happy true love feeling, unity, and now something is broken there. Some bad things have been said. Somebody is like alone here, a little bit defensive. Respect, good words and deeds, respecting other people's feelings, respect for commitment, honor, truth, values, people's pleaser, earning one's respect with good behavior. Okay, maybe this is needed here. If this is been a bad behavior, now somebody would like to be good after that. Apology, pain made all clear, needy wanting, sun after storm, a second chance, saying sorry, wanting you back, regretful life and death, regretting what happened. So okay, again, there is really there is some kind of thing that indeed somebody should be sorry if they are like really getting like aggressive like this. It's not nice, totally not nice. Solar plexus chakra, I accept responsibility for all decisions I make in my life. Oh, we have the Jesus card here. This is the only Jesus card in my feelings. This love is spiritual. I feel you in my heart. So even there is all these arguments or like a misunderstanding, there's a spiritual connection. Success is having to worry about every damn thing in the world except money. Johnny Cash. So maybe the arguments the couple can always be related to money. And then this text here, success is having to worry about every damn thing in the world except money. So understanding if you have to worry something else than the money, then you are kind of like this kind of Jesus type rather. Like you have like different kind of issues. Everybody has their issues, but somebody have issues of like worrying about many things when they are successful. Maybe it influences love life. Okay, so I think we're gonna move now to this, my sacred space of gratitude. Let's put this whole thing here. Gratitude spread. Blessings you have, pile number 2. Blessings you have. I open them all together then. Advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. Then the best way to celebrate November, to see it already. And then situations or actions to avoid. This come here. Okay. So we start. Okay, Hangman. Oh, blessings you have. Hangman, but that's a negative. This would be like a Hangman positive. This is Hangman negative. So let's see from the book itself. What could it be? Like a waiting energy. Hanging somewhere. Having a pause. Maybe pause in a relationship because of issues. But the blessings you have. Maybe being alone is a blessing. Maybe it is a blessing. Sometimes we don't see it, but it could be. So, blessing you have. Who has been hanged and who did the hanging? Who did condemn the person attached to the tree to stasis? Are you sure you didn't choose to be there because of your own deeds? Always rejoice in the moment of pause, reflection, even temporary pain, if they can be followed by action, clarity, and hope. Getting worked up don't do any good. In fact, it will make things worse. Be thoughtful and let go anger and excesses. Open your eyes to the fact that no one has done you an injustice that you have not deserved, at least in part. This is a period that requires calm, patience, forced inaction, necessary sacrifice. Okay, so kind of like understanding that people, when they are having a relationship, it's like a two-way street. It's like you have choose to be with this person, you have like a part in it, that it's like a container, and you made this happen together. There was something in both of you. I don't want to say that you have like asked to be like in like a bad relationship, in the sense like a abusive relationship, but there is this thing that indeed, me too, I've been in narcissistic abusive relationship, and it can be that you are just playing that part, kind of victim part, and you have to understand your role, like at least what was your role in that relationship. Like sometimes indeed alone we start to understand what role we had to play there, why we even end up there. That could be a very complicated why is a question you never kind of get answer to, but it happened. Accept it happened, accept that you have had some hard time, and now being alone, it doesn't have to be so bad, but you have to understand your part also in this whole story, and then you can be kind of like a expressing. That would be the thing here. This pile is asking you to be expressive. Indeed, if you feel hard, like somebody left you, or there was argument that you had to stop this relationship, it's not healthy anymore. Anyway, like it all happened, and it is part of your life, and sometimes we have to reflect what has happened to us. We need that kind of like a peace and calm, not just jump immediately to a new relationship. But yeah, there is this beautiful thing also. This love is spiritual. I feel it in my heart. Somebody in this relationship maybe was very spiritual also. Like it's like good, like somebody has maybe even loved, even somebody is unable to love, somebody was loving. So understanding, like you are, maybe you were the one who was this empath and very emotional. The other one was like avoidant and cold and didn't was able to give you anything. But still, you were, and understanding this alone, maybe you need that now to understand. Things have been a bit wild. Okay? Because this is a blessing you have, the understanding, the being alone, to understand your life. Even me, I'm like talking about this, it's kind of hard thing. But even the purification is here, like a kind of healing. We can learn from these situations for sure. Advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. So Queen of Wands and the Devil. How on earth, again in the same position, we get this? It is interesting. It's very hard for me to see like which one is good one of this Queen of Wands. I sometimes interpret that this red dress is good one because it is like looking directly to the watcher, but this has like a happier trees, let's say, and more light. So maybe that's the negative part of Queen of Wands. And then we have the Devil here even. But as we had the first card like this, they look again very similar. So advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. Again, this relationship, even a bad one, with a person who is kind of devil. So really, devil is like we are unconscious about patterns. So we are conscious in this. We are not. We are kind of codependent. We are like completely maybe passionately connected. We cannot like. We feel like a totally connected to this person, even is bad for us. Anyway, spirit wants to show you that this happened, and it has been meaningful even in your life to go through something like that. Almost like it's your karmic relationship you wanted to in this lifetime to go through this kind of passion, and then you got it. Ask for it and you got it. But still, it is in this blessing you're grateful for. Definitely you have to be grateful for some lesson you learned from whatever hardship you had even. But let's read the stories. Queen of Wands is this kind of positive queen, like a creative queen. Doesn't make always sense, but in somebody's life maybe it does make sense. Maybe there is somebody who really have had this kind of relationship dynamic. So Queen of Wands. And it's very hard to say, is this negative or positive? Yeah, it is not peace and harmony, so it's this negative. So you may encounter angry, ungenerous and hurt men and women from your past, but don't be influenced or fall into the same negative condition as them. Really like this angry hurt men, like there's this saying, hurt people. So somebody like that was in your life. Don't be influenced or fall into same negative condition as them. Physical and emotional weakness and moral fatigue are likely. Be aware of any tendency to self-wound. To opposite this impulse, breathe love into the depth of your noble heart. I think that's why it's such a positive card, even in its negative position, because this card is really asking you to heal this. It's like to opposite this impulse to be angry and bitter and all this, breathe love into the depths of your noble heart. And really like a bit stronger than these circumstances. Yes. But then we got also this Devil card here. Interesting, pile number 2. One was also having Devil in this exact position. So it's really, this story is kind of like last dance with the Devil. And Pluto in Capricorn is really evident here in this reading again. To better understand light and fate, you must travel in darkness and despair. You must lose your sense of right to find it again. The devil tests you, seduces you, gives you much and takes away much. You have knowledge of the night, ideas that others reject. You do things that many people don't even dare to think of. Pushed to extremes, this could cost you dearly in terms of mental health and social acceptance. You have forgotten the light of the world and how to turn, this is the Devil card, how to turn it on inside you. You may be hypnotized by pleasure and subjugated by the magnetism of others. You may have addictions to substances, be enslaved by money, and create power and glory that you do not fully deserve. The journey through the underworld should teach you a lot, if you survive to emerge again. Indeed, like this is really like it's in like be grateful for all the lesson that this devil has like teach you. It's almost like a bad teacher. We learn a lot from our failures, a lot. So that was it. It was here to teach you a really like a lesson you never forget. Spirit wanna say that, okay, you can be also grateful for that you have that kind of huge passion. Something was very hot there. Like a devil can be very hot, but it burned you possibly also. But she has like a fighting spirit, like no, this is not gonna like end me. Like I have still a lot power. I get just more stronger because of this. I stay magical. I have my own fire. Like Fire Queen has his own fire. So indeed, maybe they will attract to each other because Devil has always fire and Fire Queen has a fire. So fire is attractive, then end up in this cave. Then we have the best way to celebrate November. Oh wow. 6 of Cups, nostalgic, really like a papa and a child, like remembering your father or remembering like the childhood innocence. Happy time with the family. This can be also a soulmate card. So maybe there is something like that for you now, like a good person. But some kind of, it's highlighting this bad experience, highlighting the innocent and pure you want to protect, and maybe it's even your own children. But you want to protect the innocent when you see how rotten some people or situation can be. Then it's even highlight more how beautiful the innocent and true love can be. And you are like looking now to that direction. Like when you are now hanging here with this bad energy enough, you start really seeing like, oh my God, I don't want to end up anymore in this kind of dark cave with the devil. I mean, how they look so similar. Devil. Same thing. Interesting, really. This is the message. 6 of Cups. Hopefully my battery lasts because I don't have a charger here. 39 still okay. 6 of Cups. Where are you? So, this is how you should celebrate the November now. The immediate future looks bright. Projects, especially emotional ones, can be considered now, felt in the heart with intuition and confidence. Let those who love you accompany you on new adventures, travels, and ventures begun under these auspices may prove fundamental to your life. Okay, so now somebody enters to you, like you're really paying attention that they are like a good person, really like good values. Like you might even ask on a first date, what is your value? Like, is this like a single dad? Here, what are your values? This becomes really important. Family value is here, for example, quite clearly. And then we have now situation actions. The whole reading kind of like having this dark energy, but situation actions to avoid. Okay, Hierophant. And then we had the spiritual leader even here. Whew, what is a spiritual leader then? Teacher. Which is there some teacher to avoid? Okay, let's see. What is this person? All sages know how to link rationality and faith, dialogue and action, altruism and pragmatism. That is the way of the true spiritual authority. When you decide to ascend a papal throne, do so as if such a task were given to you from above or from the best and oldest part of you. The best teachings are offered with humble grace. Have faith in the future and in goodness of people. Trust that you will be led on a path of righteousness. You are ready to lead and advise, listening to your inner teachers and uniting heaven and earth, matter and spirit. Open your arms to embrace tradition and share your spiritual wealth with the world. But it's in the position of shadow and situation actions to avoid. So maybe teaching others is not yet even this card is that. Very positive about that. Maybe this processing, this is very like enlightened card. Somebody getting enlightened, and I'm like alchemist. And that's what you have. Maybe you don't have to always preach so much, maybe. Because this is in the position to avoid. Maybe you should like a really be with your family, or like be with this kind of like sink all in before you are like teaching it or something. It was here writing a book. So the wisdom could be channeled in that way, yes. Intelligent, sophisticated. But understanding that maybe it's not instant. Like it can be taking time to cultivate this kind of wisdom that you learned. It doesn't have to be immediate. That it takes time, because this situation to avoid. Maybe like you're immediately like some kind of like, if you had awakening, for example, somebody said in the audience that they have felt awakening. I also had that experience. Like it might be like immediately like, now I'm gonna preach to everybody. Yes, you can do. I also started my YouTube channel that when I have felt like I can teach some people like how to open third eye, because I kind of felt it happened. So still it takes time sometimes to process everything. So accept that too, that you don't have to be making like a show about it, or like a putting the spotlight when you're still vulnerable, when all this you're like a vulnerable. This of course like a marriage and like traditional values can be too. Like a situation to avoid to get married or something like immediately. Like I would say like you have to be like very like a self healing now. This is here. This is what you have. It's good thing that you are like reflecting things. And then the creation was here too. Okay, so let's see the impatience. Yeah, maybe this is the impatience. Like want to immediately be like a pope. You don't have to be immediately something. It takes time to mature things. So impatience is here. What we need to know about that. Electric blue moon. If I don't take care of it, it will never happen. The legend. Ethan grows impatience waiting for dawn, so he buys a used moon. Once it is in the sky, he steps back to see his handiwork. The moon will not stay in place unless he holds the cord. Sky God assures him that dawn will come when he lets go, but Ethan is fearful and grips onto the cord until he falls asleep and releases it. When he awakens, dawn has come, and the radiant light in the sky is blocked only by his used moon. Now is not the time to make a rushed decision. You have made your needs known, now leave it alone. You may block something wonderful from coming to you if you are hasty. Am I jumping the gun? Am I honest with myself? Am I forcing something? Yes, don't be like a too fast thinking you are ready to maybe even like this is really like a opposite of devil is this kind of pope. So preaching there, like maybe like don't be impatient to be somebody. Like just be it, but you're already like alchemist, you're already like awakened, you're already like this, like be that. You don't have to play a role to be this pope or something like this. Like this was also spiritual card was here, like being like a Jesus, and you don't have to be anything like a role. You are like a yourself. That's enough. That's like a family values and all these beautiful things. That's good. Then we have this purification. This is pile number 2. I've been already 1 hour and a half busy. It's a little bit long, but let's have just this message for you. Pile number 2. So it's difficult for new vibrant energy to enter your life if it's clogged with an old and outdated energy. Cleanse and purify your body and your physical space. This is great time for detox, clutter, clearing, cleansing, and space clearing. Release outdated energy to invite fresh, clear energy into your life. Eat lightly. Don't take things personally. Release resentment, guilt, and blame. Purify yourself, thought, word, and deed. Decluttering is modern day alchemy. Okay, completely connected to this card. The Spirit is also saying that that's your blessing. If you don't love it or use it, let it go. This card can also represent abundance, as flowing water is a metaphor for prosperity, and summer is the time of expansion. Expansion and nirvana. Yes, something about this nirvana, like don't think about immediately like some nirvana, like you are enough as you are. You don't have to be anything like some kind of like a status, power thing. Okay. Power things are always kind of devilish things. So now I don't see anybody commenting much, but we have a pile number 3. Let's go move forward because I'm really like my battery from this phone might even die. I'm too long here. I cannot stop this reading. I'll just go on. So we had interesting confrontation with the devil here. So let's move on. And this. And everything gets mixed. Everything changed but you. I got this song in my head already in the Gemini reading, but again it came. Everything changed but you. La 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 la. Everything changed but you. Okay, let's see. What is this pile here? Stay magical. This is the theme of today also. A little chakra wisdom. We have here crown chakra, highest energy. Let's do it fast. We have here this kind of witchy woman. I think it's very powerful, like a magician. In the powers, blessings, very like a singing bird, beautiful yellow bird has migrated to some happy land. Then let's see, chakra healing, crown chakra. Really try to do this last reading faster. Might cut if my battery goes off. How much I have? 33, okay, I can still do. So what is this crystal about? We're doing the chakra healing a bit, part of this reading. It's about being neutral and neutrality and how powerful you are if you're able to have a state of neutrality. Keywords: enlightenment, consciousness, purpose, wisdom, spirituality, unity, expansiveness. In the 7th chakra, the crown chakra, we reach the place of universal consciousness, which is outside our physical body. You may notice that these cards here or the chakra represent some aspect of a collective being. The idea here is that we all vibrate through our 7th chakra, and in a powerful way it keeps us connected to our humanity. So here is very like a happy kind of witchy woman. Then we have, I like the face, it's really a nice face. Let's see, this is your advice in the end. Insecurity, something with root chakra, like basic needs, security have to be met. We have here 2 cards from this invisible tarot that I've been designing. Let's see what they are. Okay, empty cards. So 8 of Cups and is this Page of Pentacle, I guess, with a horse. Okay. These are your cards. And Strength. This is kind of letting go something, being alone, thinking like a little bit on your own, some emotional thing, what you really want. And this is like investing, like kind of like young energy. Okay, it's all empty. You have to really imagine this. What then? We are gonna take a rune. We have here hope. And let's see, emotional landscape a little bit. I think I forgot to take a light message for this previous pile, but we will do it here. Emotional landscape pile number 3 is heartfelt. Like lion at the table is really like a heart thing. Intelligent, sophisticated also here. Dating, there's some dating happening. Summertime with you, there's some memories maybe even. And family is important. Okay. Then Take a light message immediately because otherwise I will forget it. It's here. I'm enjoying the journey. It's the same message that came for some other pile. So the journey is important. Somehow it's coming the same line with this strength. So sometimes journey, indeed, we need inner strength and outer strength to carry on. And hope is very important factor of like carrying on. Current feelings of your person. Pile number 3, let's see. Current feelings, happy feelings, possibly. Let's see. Let's see. There's one. Current feelings of your person. Ui, here. I wanna this. Okay, let's see. Okay, so many. Okay, all these cards. It's almost like we can put like a restaurant going on with this kind of tablecloth. Let's see first. Duran Duran, ordinary world. Passion or coincidence once prompted you to say, pride will tear us both apart. Well, now pride's gone, but out of the window, cross the rooftops, run away, left the vacuum of my heart. Let me in the vacuum of my heart. What is happening to me? Okay, some kind of feelings of your person. And we have here Duran Duran, ordinary world. But I won't cry for yesterday. There's an ordinary world somehow I have to find. And as I try to make my way to the ordinary world, I will learn to survive. What is happening to me? Crazy, some would say. Where is my friend I need? When I need you the most. Coming. Okay, and then we have Duran Duran, hungry like wolf. Woman, you want me, give me a sign. I'm on hunt. I'm after you. Smell like I sound. I'm lost in a crowd and I'm hungry like wolf. Stalked in the forest. Too close to hide. I'll be upon you by the moonlight side. A lot of Duran Duran songs. Okay. Then crown chakra, I'm united with all souls through eternity. Leap of faith, trusting divine, trusting intuition, taking action, going for it. And victory, win-win result, overcoming obstacles, loving journey, willpower, prize, competition, hard worker, focus, determination, commitment to the cause, ambition, success. The person is very like having eyes on you. Dating is also here in the cards. And marry someone who will not only accept the call of God on your life, but will also help you fulfill it. Life coach Marie Forleo, comparison is a thief of joy. Celebrate your small achievements. It's your journey, own it. Journey has come now like a lot here. So I think your person really see like there is like a journey, and the journey is even having leap of faith that they are coming towards you. Like that's like happening, and you are like waiting here, having a hope in your heart, and family values maybe possibly. Anyway, let's see now. We're gonna go forward this reading. We're gonna look now this sacred space for gratitude. So we have this special book of the Shadow Tarot. Light first. The blessings you have, pile number 1. Advice from the spirit, what you should be grateful for. I want to have Pierre stone. Show me what should be the gratefulness about 2 cards. Then the best way to celebrate November. Show me spirit, show me. And situation actions to avoid. Okay, so here we go. Wow, what is this? Mercury, I guess. Fire. That is the blessings you have. Good communication. I think this is a Mercury, really looking like this caduceus here. Let's read about it. I told this is having the planet guys. Let's see how many planet guys we get in one reading. Yes, it's a Mercury. Intelligent, sophisticated, totally underlining here like this kind of Mercury is in the magician card is here. Here we have magician hiding behind the wolf. That totally Mercury powers. That's your blessing, to be like a magician. But this Mercury, let's read about this guy. The Roman god called Mercury was known for, among other things, delivering messages between god, goddesses, and mortals. Astrologically, this Mercury deals with how we think and reason as well as how we communicate, including writing, speaking, and listening. By extension, it governs how we gather and process data. The excuse, oh, Mercury is retrograde, is common amongst people who talk about astrology. When a planet is retrograde, it appears to be moving backwards across the sky, rather like a tarot card being reversed. Okay, let's see, not read that. Let's see, the 2 of fire represent the importance of communication. Either there is something that must be said or something that must be heard. The surrounding cards will help you identify which way the communication needs to be flowing and with whom. I'm enjoying the journey is surrounding card, and heartfelt and intelligent, sophisticated. So every communication looks like has to be like a heartfelt, and that is the whole thing here. The strength card was also here, very hard. Lion is completely like the power of the heart. The emperor in like Chinese medicine, the emperor is the heart. So here we have it. Anyway, the singing bird here would be also a little bit like a kind of like a really communicating. Let's see the next one. So advice from spirit, what you can be grateful for. Oh wow, what a beautiful stuff is here. So in the old piles we had Pluto, and now the Pluto is here. Like we had the devil, we had Fenrir the wolf, we had the previous pile, we had also executive card, and now we have Venus and devil. So oh my god, there is total like a passion and love and like a total like a stuff going on here. Somebody has a huge attraction going on here. I mean, it was obviously with the Duran cards, this thing going here, but that is the couple dynamic. Look, Venus is being born, and here is this Pluto guy. And Pluto is now in Capricorn, completely in this devil fire. So it's time for passionate feelings. Wow, and you should be like the whole, every single pile was having the same message in this position. Advice from the spirit, what you can be grateful for. You should be grateful whatever the lessons the devil has shown you. Sometimes is a lesson of passion, like how passionate you can be about somebody, or even, yeah. This is Venus, completely the love goddess, and then this passionate man. Well, here you have. Like, they are here. Just a little bit dangerous with this Pluto card, but god of the underworld is in the table with the Venus. Morning star. Also very devilish. Wow. Somebody might now look my reading like, oh my god. Dark stuff is happening, but that's it to be grateful for. Looks like that is fire. Fire, fire, fire. Fire. Fire sign Leo. Everything is fire here. Wow. Ooh. Okay. Fire starter. Pluto. Let's know the Pluto more. I've been talking about Pluto. Now it's time to Spirit wanna like educate you a little bit more of Pluto. So, some say that the only absolutes in life are death and taxes. Pluto reigns over these infamous aspects of the human experience. He does so with cool composure and promises. Astrologically, whether given status as a planet or not, Pluto governs those things in life that absolutely have to happen. As god of the underworld, it is fitting that Pluto is associated with death, which leads to transformation and renewal. Really, Pluto is not so much a dispenser of death as his surgeon helping us dispose of situations that are completely played out and shedding anything that no longer serves us. Pluto also deals with issues of sex, power, and control, making sure we know when these are appropriate and necessary to pursue and when it's time to let go. Although the experience of Pluto are often hard, painful, or even terrifying, the rewards are vast, a renewal of life and spirit, psychological and personal growth, wisdom, the ability to transcend adversity. The Nine of Fire heralds the inevitable. Unlike the Seven of Fire, the events of the Nine are often not a surprise. More often, we see them coming, we know we should prepare, but we resist. The changes Pluto promises are usually difficult and ones we rather forego. While that is not possible, there is at least the promise of riches at the end of the journey. And again, the journey is here. Really, the journey has mentioned so many times. And then we got number 3, Venus. Venus was her name. What is it? Bananarama. Venus was her name. Venus. You have to be. This is your like grateful for to have the Venus, the goddess in your life. The goddess Venus is almost universally equated with love and romance, beauty and pleasure. She also governs creativity, talents of all sorts, and art. As an astrological player, Venus is true to her image and certainly represents love, partnership, and marriage. Those, however, are just one facet of Venus energy. At her most basic, she represents attraction, both what we are attracted to and what we attract to ourselves. Of law of attraction, we draw toward us and are drawn toward what we value and what we desire. Now there is this Pluto couple energy. Three of Fire denotes the energy of attraction, whether to another person, to an ideal, or to an item. We can see by this card and those surrounding it how the attraction itself affects the situation. In addition, the nature of the thing desired or value may be revealed. Wow. So this is the couple dynamic. Somebody is very attracted to this kind of man, and this man to this kind of woman. Like this is really like a couple energy now clearly coming. Even it is a little bit darkish energy still. Planet things going on. Then we have still here the best way to celebrate November. Wow, elemental fire. I think this is page of fire, really like a new journey and chapter in your life. I leave you this. This is the Sagittarius card. And then let's see what is this. Situation actions to avoid. Okay, another. These are 2 pages, but page of cup is like a childish. It's usually like a dreaming. Okay, so you should really make action about this new chapter and new journey, a bit like a full card. This is just dreaming. Avoid just dreaming away. Take the leap of faith. Do something, really. Now it's time to have this victory moment. Maybe it is really. Marry someone who will not only accept the call of God on your life, but will also help you fulfill it. This is kind of very attractive couple. Looks like Venus and Pluto, god of underworld and the morning star woman. Okay, a lot of hope, a lot of strength. There we go. I think we're gonna read still about this insecurity here and then the blessings, and that's it. Then I will check if somebody asks me a question. My battery is a little bit low. This has been very interesting reading for me to do. It's really like I was hurrying this reading, but wow, this third pile is really something. Like wow, what a sexy couple is here. Hui. Insecurity. Demon red rainbow. The greatest adversary is the one living inside me. Legend. Bob is an inventor, yet never finishes anything, always giving up on his projects, convinced they are useless. One day he finished something and is elated, until a demon appears, taunting him. The demon red rainbow is comprised of our greatest fears. In a dream, Bob discovers that he can distinguish between real and imagined fears. The demon red rainbow can no longer stop him from realizing his dreams. Wow, like this is totally kind of devilish thing here, but you can have this passionate relationship. Nobody can stop you. Miraculous changes lie ahead. Life always takes a turn for the better when we face our demons. Stay on course, trust that an ally will appear. The gift of adversity is never given without ability to overcome it. And personal inquiry, do I listen to my fear? How can I tap into my courage? Freedom, bravery, success. Even victory on the table. Wow, good stuff. And still last but not least, sacred destiny is the blessings with this bird. So we have Holy Spring. In many ancient cultures, it was believed that there were some springs but that were holy. Gods and goddesses were thought to reside in near these special places, and they were revered. Greek mythology is replete with stories of these special places. Many of the Christian hallowed water sources, such as the Chalice well, were used for sacred purposes long before Christianity. Rose to prominence. These kind of springs were thought to be healing waters where blessings were bestowed by mystical beings. Immense blessings are emerging into your life from those in spirit. Angels guide and spirit guardians are watching over you. Angelic intervention is available to you. Be open to the voice of the divine. Messages are all around you. You are protected. You are safe. Have faith that your path is guided. Watch for signs that spiritual beings are present. Profound healing energy is flowing to you in wondrous ways. Refreshing, replenishing energy is filling your life. Very positive note in the end. Kind of like you had inner and outer strength, and now you are getting the fruit of it. Even able to enjoy a life with a passionate relationship that has true ignited fire in it, attraction and all kind of like heart powers, heartfelt. Dating is clearly happening here. Okay, so I think I end my reading here. Now I'm gonna look if anybody asked anything. Maybe nobody anymore even said anything. I don't see much. So I have been busy almost 2 hours. I think nobody asked me a question. So thank you for watching this, and if you liked, give me a like and subscribe if you already didn't. I'm really happy to see these kind of readings where the couple energy is very, very attractive. It's nice to see this. Okay, see you next Sunday, and bye.